Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of By the Future. It is me, your regular host on this platform, on this channel, Korede Olaiwola. Please do us well by clicking the like button. Uh, Put your thoughts in the comment section. Share with friends and families. Here is an important topic that has I've lingered on my mind for quite a while, and I've had a few things jot down here because it's very sensitive topic, especially to people outside Nigeria. It's very sensitive to them, and it's a very touching topic. Like I always say, I'll go all out there, I'll make research, and I'll relate it to us, I'll divulge. That's why I said you can follow us on this platform, you can you can subscribe to the channel, so you'll always be beneficiaries of some of the intelligence and the knowledge that we share on this platform. Let's hit the ground running. Since the days of Bible, or since the days of Abraham, since the Bible days, not because we are preaching Bible, but since ancient time, migration has been part of humanity. It has been people move naturally from one part of the world to another part of the world, one part of the country to another part of the country. Today's topic, we are dealing on why people fail when they travel abroad. Japa. Why people fail when they japa. Why do people fail when they travel out of Nigeria? Yes, that's the topic for today, but this is it. Let's first of all bring up an history to it. Traveling around the world, traveling is part of humanity, it's part of human curiosity. So even those who did expedition and discovered different parts of the world, they would discover even England was discovered by some people. People traveled from part of Europe seeking new land. They discovered them in United Kingdom, England. It used to be called Anglo something before they arrived at the modern name. It's changed over time. The same way they discovered America, United States of America, and like that, and discovered different places, and they did exploration. So people were moving from one part of the world to another part of the world. The same way they said they discovered Nigeria, So this is it. That's part of that has been part of that has been that. But this, as it is now, for you to move from one part of the world to another part of the world, you need your documentation. You need to be identified. They need to know you because there are borders now. There are borders, there are rules, and all of that. So Japa or no Japa, the rules are changing. If you come to the UK, or if you go to the United Kingdom, one of the main things that do limit people is what I mentioned: the documents. Because on the average, the larger number, about almost 30% of people, of Nigerians who traveled out of Nigeria, about 30% were students. So the others who traveled out were spread across the remaining balance of the 100%, So what I'm trying to say in essence is that people that travel, a large percentage came or traveled to the United Kingdom with student visa. And if you have student visa, you are limited. First of all, you are limited because of the hours. You are given 20 hours to work throughout your studentship year. So if your program is 1 year, we are going to be student for 1 year. If you are going to be 20 hours for 1 year. So if you have dependents, then the dependents can work full time while you school part time. While you school and work part time. So you are limited to 20 hours work. Now, if you have kids, the narrative has changed. If it's just the couple alone, 2 adults, it may be a bit better for them. But notwithstanding, a lot of our people do have pending school fees. So that's where the challenge is. So, and it's going to make it a bit difficult when there is pending school fees that you have not completed. You have the intention of coming into the country and work. While you work, you'll be able to pay off the school fees and all of that. So there are a lot of difficulties because you need to living ordinarily is expensive. So as you need to cater for life, you need to pay rent and pay normal bills, the regular bills in the house. You need to pay it, and at the same time you need to pay school fees. So it makes it a bit somewhat difficult. So these are the challenges that people face. So when there are kids, the narrative has changed, because if they are of school age, the kids must go to school and somebody must drop them off, somebody must pick them back while the school is when the school gets over. So this must continue every day. So it's going to be a lot of burden. So whoever is staying back at home is the who is a student, it's going to be difficult for him, because he's going to do his own personal school. At the same time, he's going to be taking care of the kids. So the other person is the only one that is working, and while he's the only one person that is working, it's difficult, because he's one person that is working. All of the money that is bringing in is going to be used in taking care of the family. It makes it difficult. That's it. And the narrative changes, because if the husband or the man is the one who comes in as a student and the wife is the one that is working, with the Nigerian mindset, the African mindset, it's difficult to comprehend. That's another thing. That's another angle to it. So it makes it very difficult, it's difficult for people to digest that side too, because they see like, now it's my wife that is fending for me. So at the same time, so that's another part. Then the other side is, if it is even if some people come in with skilled worker visa, they've got their skilled worker visa before coming in and not as a student. It is still difficult if it is the wife that got the skilled worker visa, because largely she will be the one, especially if they have kids. Largely she will be the one that is going all out every day, because she's the one that has to work based on the visa. So if the other person too can work, but if they have kids, if they have children, it's going to be difficult, because one person must stay back, especially if the children they are still young and you need someone to take care of them. So it makes it a bit difficult, very difficult for people to balance between all of this. So basically, these are it. So, but if our people, if we can just borrow from some of the ideas that I have here, I think it can be better if one person has gotten a job. By the time you are done with studentship, one person is done with job. I think we should begin to adjust our mind and begin to help ourselves, because it's difficult to adjust to this fact that it is the wife that is bringing the fund and the wife that is this and all of that. One, it's difficult. Then a lot of people, because when the woman too begins to gain earning power, they begin to grow wings. So we need to begin to adjust our minds and begin to be sensitive in all ways too, as women, that when you begin to make your earning power begin to increase, you have to be careful too, so you don't grow wings. But the main thing is that, to help the family, if one person gets a job, the other one can get like a remote job. You don't need to struggle with care job, and which is the low hanging fruits, which a lot of people are going for: care job, warehouse jobs, and all of that. It makes it difficult. And you also hear the narrative, you also hear the story of people that say they've been abroad for years, they cannot come home, they cannot go home. Why can't they go home? Because they've gone for the low hanging fruits. It's the reality. It's the reality. People have gone for the low hanging fruit, which is easy, and we can't really blame anybody, because it is the one that easily gives the paper to stay in the country, the sponsorship thing. So the care job, which can be said to be low hanging job, because if you hear the conversation of the politicians and the parliament, people who are like our own senator, then you will know that what they call it's. So these jobs are the lower at the lower level of the cadre. Do you understand? So these are the jobs, but it's the job that with which we can easily get documents. So nobody is faulting anybody. But the truth of the matter is that if one person out of the two has gotten that paper, then the other one can bring more money into the home by going for better job. If you have experience in any field, go and see how you can develop yourself to suit what it is in the United Kingdom, and start job in that field, in that industry. If that is not the case, then you can learn something new. Go and learn cyber security, learn data analytics, data analysis, learn project management, learn something new and see how you can enter into the system and earn more money. It is being said of Nigerians, it's been said of us that we come in at a very low level and we rise through the rank. Why and how? By observing the system, and we see how we can penetrate. People, they are working and at the same time they are going to school, they are learning, they are going to school, they are working, and they rise and they meander their way through to the top. So let this generation to wake up. This is it. So the story of Japa can be turned to a success story if we can wake up. If one person is working, has gotten the paper, the other one can go all out and see how he can take advantage. What is it in the system that he can do? If you were a banker in Nigeria, see how you can enter the banking system. If you are a salesperson, see how you can enter sales. If you cannot see anything that suits you there, then see what you can learn. Check out internet, check out. You can reach out to me too. Then we can see how you can do something for yourself. That's my position on this matter, and this is why people find it tough in United Kingdom or when they travel abroad. Please click the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, share with friends and family. Thank you, and God stay blessed, and God bless.